Ellen DeGeneres exposed, she's a mean person. Everyone knows that the Ellen DeGeneres show has no shortage of amazing stars on the guest list, but there have definitely been some insulted celebrities from time to time. Priyanka Chopra, Katy Perry, Kendall Jenner are just some of the few celebrities who've had an awkward time on the show. Many have gone ahead to label Ellen a mean person, and here's why.
Okay, can you get that off?
The lens didn't do it to anybody else's fingers.
Number 5. Nicole Kidman. The actress inspired countless memes after an audience shot caught her clapping with her fingers oddly far apart during the ceremony. In this episode, the Lion actress is poking fun at her viral moment on the Ellen DeGeneres show, after host Ellen DeGeneres played a looping clip of the clapping technique that has been likened to a seal. Kidman told DeGeneres that she was nervous about damaging the expensive diamond she had borrowed for the Academy Awards. "I do not clap like that. That is a weird lens," she insisted as a video of her applause appeared on the screen behind her. "The lens didn't do it to anybody else's fingers," DeGeneres pointed out. "How can you make any noise like that? You're not even really clapping." "Because I borrowed, it's the Cinderella thing. Because it's the Cinderella thing, you borrow these expensive jewels, and I'm like, you must not damage these diamonds, because I have to give them back at midnight. And so I'm like, clapping," she said while demonstrating the unusual applause once again. DeGeneres made Kidman clap on air to demonstrate that she knows how to. "I worked on it," she joked. Before we forget, another awkward situation she had on the show was when someone called her the woman who can't cook. Seriously, it's about time she calls it quit for appearing on this show.
Never have I ever been in handcuffs.
Number 4. Martha Stewart. This had me in tears, especially because Martha Stewart doesn't come off with such an attitude. Snoop Dogg had shared spending time with Martha Stewart, but it was a very random group of guests for the popular segment Never Have I Ever that made things quite interesting. This is a game where one reveals all the random wild things they may have ever done in their lifetime. Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, and Anna Kendrick all sat down to play the very revealing game during the Ellen DeGeneres show and played along with the famous talk show host. Despite the many random questions, the most shocking reveal to everyone during the game was when Stewart admitted to sending salacious messages. In simple words, sexting. Ellen couldn't contain her surprise as she said, "Wow, Martha, you've sexted? Do you know what that is?" Her witty response, "I've used technology for a lot longer than you, Ellen." The host then asked Stewart if it was with someone current or from a while back, which is when Martha looked at her paddle and replied, "It doesn't say none of your business here, does it?" Not only that, Martha decides to shock the audience some more after she reveals that she'd attended a nude beach. Who knew Martha was such a baddie? This is why you should never judge a book by its cover. And also, ouch, Ellen.
You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
A last-minute edition of Dakota Johnson. Dakota Johnson accuses Ellen DeGeneres of skipping her birthday party. In an awkward interview, Ellen DeGeneres had one of the most awkward moments in recent memory with Dakota Johnson, with a clip of the pair's exchange about Johnson's birthday going viral online. The interview began with what was perhaps supposed to be a harmless chat. DeGeneres wished Johnson a happy belated birthday and asked her when specifically it was. Right away, Johnson's demeanor seemed to stiffen. "It was October 4th, she replied with a tight smile. "How was the party? I wasn't invited," DeGeneres said. The Peanut Butter Falcon actress paused. "Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited," she said. "No, last time I was on the show last year, you gave me a bunch of shit about not inviting you. But I didn't even know you wanted to be invited." "Well, who wouldn't want to be invited to a party?" DeGeneres responded. "But I didn't even know you liked me," she said. DeGeneres insisted Johnson had to have known she liked her because she'd appeared on the Ellen show several times. "Don't I show I like you?" DeGeneres asked. "But I did invite you and you didn't come," Johnson said. A back and forth ensued in which DeGeneres asked if Johnson was sure she had invited her and then asked herself why she hadn't gone. Johnson suggested she asked her producer, who was then shown offset and said, "You were out of town." "Oh yeah, I had a thing," DeGeneres concluded. The party, according to E! was indeed in Malibu on October 5th. It was attended by a celebrity flock that included the likes of Miley Cyrus, Chris Martin, Goop Empress Gwyneth Paltrow, and comedian Tig Notaro.
I should have.
We were so offended that you didn't even respond to our invite, though.
That's not true.
It's so true.
There was no.
Number 3. Priyanka Chopra. Yes, so we were all excited when the news about Priyanka Chopra making her first appearance on the very famous Ellen DeGeneres show started surfacing. She was the first Bollywood star who was invited for this chat show, and this was definitely another feather in the star's hat. However, little did we know that the show might make the actress feel a little awkward, courtesy the show's host, Ellen. This was one of her first major interviews since her wedding to Nick Jonas, and to promote her upcoming film, Isn't It Romantic? DeGeneres asked her a little bit about her and Jonas's multi-day 3-day wedding in India, and specifically about the guest list and why DeGeneres didn't have a spot on it. DeGeneres started by asking Chopra about the guest count generally. That's when Chopra revealed her nuptials were far smaller than the typical Indian wedding. Usually, Indian weddings are like 1,000 people at least, Chopra said. We only had 200 people, which was mostly just family because both of us have giant families. Because I think we just wanted to keep it super intimate, about just family. For an Indian family and an Indian wedding, for sure, that's like less. My mother was so upset with me the entire time. She was like, I need to have another for the 150,000 people I know. How can I not invite my jeweler? How can I not invite my hairdresser? So it was a whole conversation. That's when DeGeneres tried to playfully call Chopra out for omitting her, since at one point, she was Nick Jonas's landlord. Chopra wasn't having that though, and twisted it back on DeGeneres herself. We were so offended that you didn't even respond to our invite though, Chopra told DeGeneres. That's not true, DeGeneres objected. There was no invite. That's so true, Chopra continued. I was like, we're not good enough for Ellen. She wouldn't come to India. She doesn't even respond anymore. Nick, you've had such a good relationship with her. I was very offended for him, honestly, but I'm just the wife. I don't really know anything. And that's when the subject dropped. But DeGeneres' reaction during it is priceless. Chopra, by the way, had some glowing words about her husband Jonas too. He's nice. It shocks me how he hasn't been corrupted. You know, when you're in entertainment for such a long time, she said. He's so family driven. About his parents, he's just really nice and sweet.
Here's an idea that I can help you find a new boyfriend and raise money for the Boys and Girls Club at the same time.
Is this a setup?
Yes, it is.
Number 2, Katy Perry. It seems Ellen has a short memory. Katy was on Ellen's show to promote her new album Witness when things got a bit awkward. Ellen got Katy to play a game called Will You Parry Me, where the singer was shown pictures of male celebs side by side and had to pick her favorite. What was meant to be a playful game on the Ellen DeGeneres show took a very uncomfortable turn when Ellen forgot that her guest Katy Perry had been married before and made her talk about ex-husband Russell Brand. The awkwardness kicked off when Ellen introduced a game they had thought up for the newly single pop star called Will You Parry Me. The game was designed as a bit of a play on the game Who'd You Rather, but with celebrities. In exchange for honest answers to her choices between a selection of famous men, from Chance the Rapper to Chris Pine, DeGeneres offered to make a $10,000 donation to the Boys and Girls Club. As Ellen explained the rules, Perry joked, "Do I have to get married again?" Ellen looked back at Perry and said confused, "You were not married." To which Perry replied, "I was when I was 25. Were you?" continued Ellen. "Yeah, it's been a long time, honey," Perry kidded. Ellen, obviously still surprised, asked, "To who?" Perry, who handled the uncomfortable situation like a champ, by the way, continued to poke fun. "No wrinkles, no lines," she said before Ellen asked again, "To who?" "His name is Russell Brand," Perry answered calmly. "Oh, that's right, I forgot about Russell," Ellen said.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
I saw pictures of your. Did you get a new little puppy? Did you get a new French bulldog?
I did, Gustav.
Number 1, Lady Gaga. It seems that not all famous people are close with the friendly talk show host. On an episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Ellen calls out the bad romance songstress for ignoring her messages, and it all gets kinda awkward. Appearing on the show to promote her new highly acclaimed film, A Star Is Born, Gaga walked out to big applause from the audience and went on to exchange niceties with the host. However, a change in tone came when Ellen began pondering the last time she had seen the singer. After concluding that Gaga hadn't been on the show for 5 years, Ellen remembered that she had last seen the poker face star at a wedding. Things got a little tense when she also recalled that she had texted Gaga after the wedding with no reply. "I texted you after Jimmy's wedding. Remember when we said we were going to get together and stuff? And then I texted you and I never heard from you?" said Ellen, her words making Gaga's face drop. Ellen continued to claim that she'd messaged both Bradley and Gaga after watching A Star Is Born, stating that Bradley had texted back straight away, but she had again received no response from Gaga. "And then I saw the movie the other night. I texted Bradley got right back to me," she said. "Like, immediately. He said, 'I'm in Nashville eating gummy bears. What a great text.' Texted you? Nothing. Nothing. You never texted me back." Awkwardly coming up with an excuse, Gaga put her lack of communication down to an error with her phone, saying, "You know, I either don't know what number it is or I blocked you by accident. I'm so sorry. I'll have to check my phone for sure." Not letting her get away with it, Ellen quips, "Yeah, cause I say it's Ellen to make sure you know it's me, cause I worry about that. I change my number a lot." After the actress admits she changes her number a lot too, Ellen says, "I was worried. I thought maybe I had the wrong number, cause why would you not respond to me? Especially because Bradley got right back to me." After implying that Gaga is a bad friend, Ellen finally lets it go. Luckily, Gaga is giggling the whole way through the awkward encounter, taking Ellen's playful call out well. Do you think the host meant to make her guests uncomfortable, or is it just a collection of misunderstandings? Why don't you tell us your opinion in the comment section below?